Right, hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 4 of Cana Bridge of Spirits, and a special early hello to Jägermeister, Grumpy, Inter, and possibly others. I'm just so worried about missing anybody. If we've been chatting a little bit here in chat as we've been getting ready, I hope that you guys have all had a fantastic Tuesday, and we are off to the races. This is a really nice menu. It's a really pretty game, too. Speaking of which, we're going to be jumping in right where we left off, which is here, like the start of the forest shrine, the forest temple. I didn't want to go too far into it because this feels like it's going to be a whole deal. So if this whole thing is over in 3 minutes, that's just me being wrong. Oh, awesome! Jägermeister's on vacation this whole week. That's great. So that is definitely a slide, and I don't know where we're sliding to, which makes me a little uncomfortable, but I guess we'll find out. Okay. Oh, thank you very much. I'm gonna die? This is just death. No, okay. Okay. Czar, thank you very much for the cheer. You came in just as we were sliding at great speed, and I thought, oh god, we're just gonna shatter our legs on the rocks. I did not see water down here. Okay, so straight into combat, which is definitely my strength here. Oh, you guys, I don't think the crystals are working right in this area. We'll have to find out. Yeah, Jägermeisters, that's a good question. Are you going anywhere fun? So sir, I tried to hit you with a stick very nicely. You would not be put down, so I had to switch to arrows. So, let's continue on. But yeah, I think are we on our second or third? This is more of a rhetorical question to sort of expose what I do and don't remember. We were collecting the artifacts to help out, like, the second, I guess, like, main person, for lack of a better phrase, and I don't remember if I have one or two. But I have some. I have some of the things that we need. That was not useful. Also, I don't think that I can make it up here. You guys, all the rots are swimming. This does look like... Oh yeah, look at that. Alright, I didn't think I could get up here, but here we are. So, let's make our floaty rocks float. That would let me get back there. And I suppose up there? Maybe? Well, that would certainly let me get up there if I could... Yeah. If we jumped on that, we could make it. Let's look around up here a little bit first. Oh, we might have already looked around up here. This might be all there is. Hello to Doctor! Jägermeister saying, finding a bit of a head cold. I'm sorry. Even worse of a tournament this weekend, so I hope I recover quickly. Jägermeister, I hope that as well. And yeah, I would presume it is a pickleball tournament. Jägermeister is really into it and just continues to develop skills. Talking about, like, wanting to find more opportunities to go up against the best players that he can find. Really tried to dodge that. Stop. Nope. Do not hit me with that. Or with your big stick. Okay, so I'm more than a little bit of trouble. I made the mistake of, like, going back into aim mode so that I could try to stun him with the rots, and I should have done that at any other time. Doctor, I hope that your Tuesday is going well. Same for you, Czar. Czar, you may probably still be at work, I would think. It's awesome that you can be here, and hopefully we can provide some fun. That's what I like. Nope, nope. I couldn't have timed it worse. Ow. So I do still have that that crystal on, the charm stone that causes me to take more damage but also deal more damage. Let's get him. Okay, I would really like you guys to stop throwing fireballs at me. Really like using the rocks to interrupt his charge, since it's one of his moves that I have a lot of difficulty timing correctly. Okay. All right. Let's go open up our awesome chest. Jägermeister says, yes, it is a pickleball tournament. I'm contemplating playing tonight. Next Town South has advanced play tonight. I overdid it yesterday, played at 7 a.m., stopped afterwards at a local park to buy some, for a few more games, and played again at 5 p.m. 21,000 steps in the day. That sounds like an awesome workout. My thought, Jägermeister, is that especially if you feel like you just overdid it, and you're suffering from something of a head cold, this might be a good opportunity to, like, rest and recover, to give yourself the best opportunity to be in a good position heading into the pickleball tournament. But you know yourself better than I do, so sometimes what is best is to be up and moving. Sorry, I'm just trying to get across this. Okay, that's fine. Now, the only thing I don't know is that flower. Why would I don't know why I would use that. If you use that flower, you just immediately fall in the water, whether the rocks were floating or not, I feel like. Yeah, you just immediately get dunked. Not sure yet. Hello to Jelly Buns! Jelly Buns, what was the name of that incredibly sad game that you were playing? The, like, super duper sad one? I'd never heard of it before I saw you playing it, and now I want to make sure that I don't play that by accident, because holy shit! That game made Spiritfarer look like a laugh riot. My god. I am, like, once Jelly Buns tells us, whatever the answer is, I admire the fortitude of anybody who can play that. There seems to be a lot of crystals in here that are, like, ready to pulse in sequence. Sumire, or Sumire, or Sumire, however it's pronounced, that was it. I still have never heard of it. I've never seen anybody else play it. There's no benefit to shooting these, right? No. But, like, watching Jelly Buns, just the little bit I saw was like, I don't think I could do it. That. I feel like I can't jump to that one, though. Whoops. I didn't look before I left. That crystal down there is suspiciously dark. It's weird. Sumire, says Jelly Buns. Also, she played it because she liked the art style and was not prepared. Yeah, that game, it's... I certainly pulled a lot from it. Okay, I was wrong. Is that good? I feel like I'm gonna get crushed against the ceiling. And yet there must be something over here, too. Last episode, we increased our, like, percentage of rot, or, we increased our number of rot by, like, twice as many, maybe more. It really felt like a lot. Watch this episode go back to, like, the old times where, like, I just don't get any rot at all for the entire run. Czar says at the same time it sometimes takes someone else to say, sit the F down and chill. That is true. Sometimes other people can be a valuable source of, hey, it feels like this might be pushing you really hard. Crud. And now we can... It's gonna collapse. Yep. Ow! You guys, I fell and then the big rock fell on top of me. It was actually one of the smaller stones in the, like, grand scheme of things, but I did not survive. I should have stopped and gone back. My pride has led to ruin for Kana. So this was as far as I'd made it. Yeah, it was one jump away. I like these spotlight rocks. It's a shame that we can't get them to stay on. Come. Jellybun says she's been through a lot herself, so wouldn't have been able to play it right now. Won't be able to stream consistently for a while, but I've been thinking about doing such art. Jellybuns, I have also been thinking a lot about returning to such art. It's a very comforting world. And I would think that for somebody like yourself that's, like, good at art, like, able to use those tools correctly and knows how they should be used, I would like to think that it would be a very comforting space for you to take on commissions and explore what you can do in the world and, like, not really have to stress about the cost of the supplies or anything. If you do play it, it'd be awesome to hear about it, even if you wind up doing so off stream. And that's a big thing to keep in mind for Jellybuns and really everybody. Even if you're streaming, you don't have to stream everything. Like, if you're in a space where it's like, this has to be just for me, for now. I want this to be for me. Okay, so we're definitely going to do a fight. Not everything has to be a spectator sport. You can just enjoy some art, or the game's such art, or anything else that you like, and just enjoy that. It'd be just for you. Guess that might just be a decoration. We slid down this pit. That's a health flower. I don't want to eat the health flower. I have full health. I want to... This doesn't seem like it should be hard. Oh, it's not hard. Okay, go get him. I like the fact that they focus on the water finger instead of Kana. You can't stop us. We have unlimited water bubbles. Then maybe you can slightly slow us down, though. Ow. Okay, I am about to die. I am about to die again. Hold on. Okay, I didn't know that that meant more bugs. Oh, I didn't realize I was dodging backwards into the thing. Yeah, Jellybun says that she keeps Skyrim to herself. Innertooth does not stream everything. And the grind to 10 million in Stardew, because who would watch that? Well, I'll say this, Innertooth. I feel like people just... There's definitely an audience out there for, like, I just like this vibe. I know plenty of people that don't, like, they're not necessarily, like, super conversational when they're streaming, and that's exactly what people are looking for. They want to be there to see the farming and the mining, and not everything has to be like a laugh riot, like a big production, a big show. Because just like you, they might be looking for something that's a little bit more... Oh, did we? It might have qualified that I did it, even if I died after I killed the Rot Eater. Yeah, I died fighting that guy, and yet I guess I killed him too, so it worked out. Energy says that maybe he'll do the stream when he actually hits the 10 million. Is that for an achievement, Inner? Okay, I want to... Yeah, that's actually a statue. I feel like right now we have a lot of the glimmer to, like, afford the hats for the rots and stuff, but I'll be interested to see, like, maybe a little bit down the road they'll be like, oh, this hat is, you know, 10,000, this one's 15,000, and suddenly your nest egg goes away really quickly. Jellybun says, I don't care much about what Angel plays. I like watching Angel play anything. I'd be here for Angel reading the Northern New Jersey phone book from 1997. I am glad that you enjoy sort of like that hangout feeling, Jellybuns. Like seriously. I feel like I haven't quite figured out... Well, now I'm out of juice. I think I have to do both of them, too. Here's my guess. You know, one of the sides has like a more elaborate design? Yeah, you just saw it there. I think that's what we need to aim at. All right. So that one. That one. One more. I need an arrow. And that one. Good. Okay. And now we'll do the same thing over here. Jellybun says, your voice helps my anxiety. I hope that's not weird. You really just do help my anxiety, the whole vibe. Like, Jellybun, seriously, that really means a lot. One of the things that, you know, I said at the start of wanting to stream is to recapture that feeling that I'd have, like, playing games, like, on the couch with my friends. Back when, like, the original Nintendo was the thing. We are definitely going on a boat ride, yeah? And to just hang out and get to experience these stories together. And sometimes there's games that there's a few more opportunities to, chat about random stuff, like, a movie or a television series, or that ball coming after me. And other times the stories are going to be... That's... complete reflex and a bad idea. Okay, so we'll work it out. I'm feeling... Just let me double check. I can't afford that upgrade to get the 5th arrow, can I? No. No, I'm very broke. I don't have very much karma. Czar is saying, how many times have I said that we need an Angel audiobook stream? I would be all about it. I feel like I would want to find a book that didn't have like a ton of characters talking to each other, because I'd feel bad about not being able to do like good voices for them. Hold on. In and out. We're doing okay. You guys ever look those diamonds down at the bottom? That's how many arrows that I have. So if you ever wonder, like, right there, why I wasn't shooting that guy faster, I didn't have any ammo. I know that, at least for me, sometimes I'll come in, I'll be watching somebody play a game, but I won't, like, have seen the interface, and it takes you a while to figure out what some of these details mean. I thought he was going to hit his friend with that. Didn't expect it to go right on through. Dodge. Yeah, he's gonna... Ow. I would like to... It's fine. This music is making me feel like the fight is not over. Jellybun says, the new medication I'm on is also helping, but so does Angel, and you don't need a prescription. But you can subscribe. I, again, really appreciate it. And yeah, so on that note, the other day, hold on. I don't want to... The next thing is important, and I don't want to... wait. Okay, let's bother him. Okay, I was really aiming at that big gold crystal on his back. The other day, this is a few days ago now, somebody sent a message and they apologized for the fact that they needed to... They had unsubscribed and they wanted to sort of like explain that it wasn't... And it was like, the reasons why, legitimately, it's... When I say it doesn't matter, it's like, it's fine. And that's why I wanted to, like, bring it up here. Because I was thinking about, like, specifically how to talk about it. When you guys subscribe, when anybody does, it means a tremendous amount. But it always means something because it's either a gifted sub from somebody who wanted to support the channel, or it's the choice that the person's making. And I want to make sure that nobody ever feels pressured or like that they'd feel bad if they weren't subscribed, you know, because what means so much is that it's a choice, that it's something that somebody chooses to do, that they want to subscribe, and that they know they don't need to, that the entertainment's always here, that we welcome all of you to come in and hang out and just have a good time. And if on top of that they want to subscribe, that's super awesome. Like, it's just sort of just wanted to find that way to express. It means a tremendous amount. Oh, Czar, that... Czar, thank you very, very, very much. On that specific note, it means a lot, but it's never like required. And I don't want anybody to ever feel bad if their situation is one that subscribing just isn't a reality for them. There's never a need to explain that or to apologize for it. So it just brought that to mind. And on that note, thank you very much to Zarosio Khan for the gifted subs. Congratulations to Jelly Buns. That's perfect. Jelly Buns, Silk, Jägermeister, ADR we'll go with, and Gilly, Get Wrecked. Congratulations to all of you. And there's some pretty cool emotes. I'd like to do additional emotes. I've been thinking about Jelly Buns. I've actually thought about doing more emotes in such art and then just exporting them like something original, because I don't have any art tools, but that game is super fun to play. So it was just one of those ideas that had sort of come up, but something to consider. Right. This absolutely looks like something that I go under, not climb on top of. But that one does have an awfully flat surface. And it's too high for us to interact with. All right, we'll just go in. I'm gonna go back to safe land because I don't know how long these last, and I don't feel like it's very long. Yeah. Wait. Nope, that was it. We purified the water, I think. Yo, we drained the water. Right, because we closed the doors, so now the water's not coming in anymore. But Czar, thank you very much. That's cool. Especially since I think you specified that you're still at work, right? It's very thoughtful. Since my goal here is to entertain you at work. That was a little bit of overkill, but he made me mad. No, not this guy. There's two of them? Uh-oh. I have trouble with one of these guys. Hi, what? Did he throw my bomb back at me? Wait, no, I don't want to do that. I need to save my father for when he's low on health and tries to heal. Now! Shit. Okay. Do I have access to any healing? There is one heal. Okay, well, now there's 0 heals. No! Get him! Son of a bitch! Okay, so I think I need to take off the charm stone, like the extra damage charm stone. Hello to Jab, who says hello, and what is this work you speak of? Oh, let's not remind. Jab, continue to live in the fun world where, that's something you don't have to worry about right now. X and shoot. Oh, before I do the next part, let's take the the stone off. Charms and... Oh, right! Yes, I am going to unlock that charm stone with my karma. But then we're going to turn this one off. That one will turn on. Oh, you guys, I didn't know that they weren't on. You can only have one on at a time. I never knew that. I thought they were all on, and this one I was just toggling on and off. Okay. Well, I don't parry very often, so we're going to switch to bomb damage moderately increased. Jellybun's saying, can you export? I don't know, but I can certainly take a screenshot and then edit it, export it that way. And that's what I was thinking, like, do my art and then, like, take a screenshot of it and then put it into, like, the photo editor and take it down to the dimensions for an emote. It was a thought anyway. There is a mod, or I'm not even sure it's a mod, that they added that it's, such art does support, like, drawing tablets, but I'm not sure how exactly it works. No, shoot him. Okay. There's more dudes. Arrow. Oh. Okay. The trouble, yeah, see, the trouble is if you take your eyes off them for, like, a moment, they have that chance to heal. And this is why, like, dealing with two of them is extra hard. Because I can interrupt the heal by bothering him. But then his friend is always going to be summoning more jerks. Okay, I don't know why I went for that. Please don't. I don't know how to keep eyes on one of these guys long enough to take him down. Okay, that got it. I guess it was just not letting up. I'm trying. Okay. But bother him. I'll eat the damage. Okay. That is about as close to failure as you can possibly get and call it a victory. Oh my god. Sure. So I did notice this during the fight. But what does that mean? Well, it means that it's being held down by the pillar above it, so the rocks can't float. But then why are they here at all? Something has to change that makes this into a movable thing, because otherwise there's no reason for it to exist. We'll walk away from it for now. So for Jab and other people that might know, I'm now about halfway through. It's a little bit less than halfway, 40+% through Elantris, and I continue to really like that book. Mostly along the lines of things that I've already said. I just feel like the characters all have like a distinct voice and a role in the story, and they have a lot more depth than I would think just based on like at the very beginning. So what are you telling me? Oh, that's a rot I think that I can get, isn't it? But I need to get close enough to Y. Jägermeister was actually asking Stellantris. Is that a cross between Stellaris and Elantris? Or did I say it wrong? The next Stellaris expansion pack comes out in about a week. What the hell am I supposed to do with this? No, that's way too tall. Let's take another look at it from a different angle. Is the music in this area especially loud? Like, it seems very loud, and I did not hear a word of what Kana just said. But the book is Elantris by Brandon Sanderson, a name which I only remember because Silk is saying that the music is pretty loud. If it comes back and they start chanting again, I will go into options and turn it down a bit. It seems much louder than the other areas. And hello to Silk, by the way. Yeah, Brandon Sanderson has an appealing name.
Enough, Adira. We've lost many, but the village can survive. Hana is gone. You know this in your heart. Come with me. We can honor her with the others.
Okay, yeah, they're starting to chant again. Sorry, the music is lovely. It's just a little bit much. Let's go to audio. So I usually set the audio to about 80%. Sorry, the music specifically. We are going to take it down some, and then we'll see how we feel about it. I'm open to feedback on the volume. Untarnished. Before we look, what do you want to bet? It's bonus damage as long as you're at full health. Staff damage moderately increased at full health. Gain a moderate amount of health on parry. Jägermeister saying he finished the Wheel of Time when Robert Jordan learned his illness was terminal. I had no idea. I heard of Brandon Sanderson for the very first time this year, apparently discussing, if I remember correctly, the topic of conversation was about the 10-year, like, definitive edition of Elantris. I don't know what's changed about it over the original release, but the version I'm reading is quite good. So I did not know that there was a link to Wheel of Time. Did Amazon do like a Wheel of Time adaptation? Am I remembering this correctly? I hope I'm in the right area. This is a very dark area on a very bright day in the real world. That seems too far actually to jump. Oh boy. It's a good thing the top wave of that wasn't damaging. Jav is saying adaptation would be one word for it. Yeah, so I cannot overstate my lack of knowledge about Wheel of Time. It is not a series that I've read. Oh, we're just supposed to go for the blue flower. Okay, hold on. There we go. Let's just wait a few seconds. Hopefully this won't sink beneath me. Yes? I'm glad they don't keep us in ripple range this entire time. Oh. That a lot of these platforms are up high enough that we don't need to worry about it. That? You're right. Here? No! No, it's too slippery. This is a kind checkpoint. Also, the look of this wave as it rolls by is really cool. Jad says, I've not read it, have not watched it, but there was a lot of outrage over its adaptation. I feel like I am personally living in an era where there's a lot of outrage over almost everything all the time. And that's actually something that I was thinking about. Was it the last episode of this, or was it Persona, when we were talking a little bit more about Rebel Moon? I would like to say at least a few nice things about Rebel Moon. That's what I missed. Rebel Moon legitimately looks good. Like, visually, it's a very good-looking movie. I also think the cast is excellent. I think the cast is if it wasn't for the excellent group of actors that have been brought together to say the things that are on the script page, it would be very difficult to tolerate Rebel Moon, either one of them. The music didn't strike me one way or the other, and I will say again that, like, the lead bad guy in the first movie, specifically, did a really good job, and I liked his performance a lot. Okay, when did you discover this elevator? Or more likely, the elevator was jammed by the corruption, so it wasn't just like, take the elevator down. We'll go with that, because otherwise, why did I have to do... I enjoy the gameplay, but every once in a while a video game's like, so you just had that elevator ready to go directly to the thing that I needed, huh? And, like, not only are the shots really nice, but I think that a lot of the special effects are nice in, what's it called? Rebel Moon, which is not something that you can say all the time. The theatrical release of Justice League was one of the ugliest movies that I've seen in a decade. Like, seriously, it's if you haven't seen it, don't. But it's amazing how bad it looks and how bad the special effects in it are. The not remake, but the prequel to the movie The Thing, which was conveniently called The Thing. Terrible effects. Terrible special effects. So, yeah, like, good special effects don't make a good movie, but bad special effects can, like, obliterate an otherwise passable one. And Rebel Moon looks good. It's a good-looking movie.
found the relic, but the village heart was gone.
It all makes sense now. She must have moved mountains to transport the village heart. If anyone could find a way, it would be Adira.
I'll return the relics to the tower. Thank you for your help, Hana. I know it's hard to revisit the past.
I'm glad you've come, Kena. I believe you can help her find peace. Be careful.
All right, now that we're out of Super Loudville, well, sure, I'll save it. Let's go back to audio, and we'll put this up. So I had it there, which is like 80%. If it gets loud again, then we'll adjust it. Most of this has a pretty minimalist soundtrack, except in the cutscenes when something dramatic happens, and I think it's excellent. Like, I even like the music where we just were is just dialed up a little bit much. Also, she might have some more to say.
I found the relic, but the village heart was gone.
It all makes sense now.
Okay, sorry.
If anyone could find a way, it would be Adira.
I'll return the relics to the...
I'm glad you've come, Kena.
Okay. Also, I did remember Adira as we were fighting. If you had asked me this person's name, I would not have pulled out Hana. I sort of have overlooked her name. She's the person that we're helping and being helped by. So, yeah, free Adira. This might be our next big, what's it called? Boss fight. Jägermeister says, without being spoilery about Wheel of Time, one of the protagonist characters was given a wife and extra plot twist regarding her that wasn't in the original books. And so again, I'm coming to this with no opinion one way or the other. I'm not, like, if a book series is going to be, like, adapted into some other medium, like a television series or a movie, some things have to be changed, and usually there's going to be a reason for that. At least you'd like to think so. So, like, the fact that things are different is not immediately bad, unless the things that are different undercut the main, like, story or purpose of the character for no good reason. Like, it's been a while now, so I cannot enumerate for you, but I remember the movie adaptation of The Time Traveler's Wife. Like, I really disliked it. And specifically, it wasn't that things were... It wasn't just like, oh, they changed things, therefore it is bad. It was that, I said this at the time, like, if you go back far enough into, like, our streams, like, I actually talked a little bit about it. The movie version of The Time Traveler's Wife, which I think had, like, Eric Bana, or Bana, I don't know how you say his name. The way that I summarized it after we watched it was, if you read the book, and you made a list of The Time Traveler's Wife of the 20 most memorable scenes in the entire book, the scenes that you would talk about with other people that had read it, the scenes that had hit you the most, that most underscored the emotional core of the story, none of those things are in the movie. And what did they put in instead? Fuck all, nothing. Nothing. It is the emptiest movie. And I know they made a television series about it. I am so curious because I just don't see how the series could possibly be a worse adaptation than the movie was. But who knows? Maybe. Maybe they really reached for the stars on that. The book is very good. I like the book very much. I do not know how to say the author's name. I don't. This is not me doing a bit. I would need to hear somebody else say it, because when I read the letters of the author's name who wrote The Time Traveler's Wife, I don't know how that should be pronounced correctly. And I don't want to guess. And hello to Miga. Miga, I hope that your Tuesday's been going well. I would honestly have to think of a worse book to movie translation that I've seen, or adaptation, than The Time Traveler's Wife. I'd really have to put some thought into it, because it has been one that I've been disappointed by, but very few that had a greater opportunity to be translated well and biffed it that hard. Like, World War Z is not an adaptation of that book at all, so I don't consider that to be, like, in the same conversation. No idea. If this is obvious to somebody else, it is not obvious to me. We've come up onto this very small platform. There's nothing out in the maelstrom. Ah! Jab is saying, Jägermeister thing was saying, no, Czar was saying Zack Snyder needs to go watch Manos Hands of Fate. I get the joke, but also it suddenly makes me really want a Snyder cut of Manos Hands of Fate, if anyone could do it. Like a D&D campaign set in this world, so she looks awfully invulnerable. What? Okay. Not my best start. Hold on. Now I can hit her, I think. Stop! Crud. Wait. If I were a woodsmith, I don't think that my natural ally would be fire. I think I can take one more hit before I need to heal. Then again, I don't want to be wrong. Wait. Okay, bad. Cool. Okay, just stand more still this time. Ow. Okay, I am at death's door, so hold on. She showed me across the threshold. Jab says, what scares me are the words adapted for a modern audience. Wait, generally any adaptation of books to movies or TV is fewer characters or combining of characters. See, that's surprising. Like, I can't contest that because I hadn't, like, looked at a lot of them. But what would be surprising to me about that is that with books, you can have, like, a lot of internal monologue. We'll see if we can skip this. And in books and movies, I guess you can have, like a voiceover or something like that. But it's ever so much more natural to have the... Okay, I need to learn her timing. The characters talk to one another. So if there's nobody in this scene in the book for somebody to be talking through their feelings with, you've got to find another way to get that information to the audience. So that might necessitate having an additional character that's not otherwise there. Okay, I need to not take damage from her jump. Focus on not taking damage. Not taking damage. Okay, I don't like that sound. No, thank you. Don't, please don't. Possibly the worst angle. Still, I'm taking damage on that. It's so unnecessary. I just have to... no. Hit the button. Okay, let's not be heroes. I'm gonna get healed. I think I liked her old Whomping Stick more. Oh, no, I don't think we can bomb her. That yellow part. Okay. I need to save my courage to heal. I think I get one more hit. Okay, that was my one more hit. Hold on. Is there another guy I can... No. Okay. So... Just try a regular bomb. Yeah, no, it pops immediately. And that popped me immediately. you know what? Hold on. What if we don't hit her with the bomb? What if we... Oh, wait. Why did that work? Okay, I don't know what that means. I thought she was bomb-proof, and maybe it's just we can't hit her in the head with the bomb? I don't know. No. Oof. In The Martian, you got a guy stuck on a planet alone, so how to communicate what he's thinking? You use his logs, and after a while he starts talking to himself. Yeah, no, Jab, that's a really good example. Because, see, here's the thing. I've never read The Martian, I've only seen the movie, and I really, really, really like that movie. We will skip as soon as we can. I need to get a lot better at the first phase of this fight. Pretty soon, that'll be when that happens. So, losing 2/3 of my life after costing her, like, 1/10 of hers, not a great trade. Oh, right. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, but I'm aware of my health. I'm gonna wait for her to land, because she's gonna jump here in a second. Follow up that fast. Okay, so we can hit him as long as we blow up the bomb near him. Her, whatever. Yeah! Okay, but back off, because when she hits, yeah, it's gonna do the shockwave. gonna get more careful. No! Okay, that was lucky. Okay, okay, but be dead. Little spank on the way out. Oh, you guys, why are you looking at me? The show is over there.
The ancient people who settled here were drawn to the mountain shrine. But they didn't fully understand its potential. Hana and I found a way to focus the scattered energy of the mountain. I thought it would last for generations. But the village heart started to fade. This was just the beginning of our problems. Something was wrong. The crops failed and poison covered the land. Hana left to search for food and supplies to save our village. I watched her go that morning knowing I would never leave our home without her. Weeks turned to months, and she did not return. We tried everything to help restore balance, but nothing worked. I knew our home was lost, but I couldn't leave Hana behind. I had to help her find her way back. So, I started to build. Somehow I felt leaving would make me forget her. The life we shared would slip away. That fear blinded me, and I tore apart everything we created.
I've lost someone too, and the thought of forgetting them scares me. But I've met Hana, and I know your love is strong. Even after all these years, what you built together is still a part of the land. Your bond will never be broken.
All right, I'm going to double check. So just for the record, you've got in here, so I am going to take the music volume down at least one more notch, but the cutscene volume has its own separate dialogue. So like there in the cutscene where I still felt like the music was overriding the dialogue, I don't know that this would do anything. I think this is for gameplay only, but let's see. It's so weird that this is episode 4, and the 3 previous episodes, I never felt like the music was infringing on the other sounds quite as much as it has been so far here, but there we go. So we have a new rot hat and new challenges available at the Mask Shrine. So I think we're heading back to honor Adira and also to deliver the Spirit Mail and whatever else we can do in town. This is our fast travel point, yeah. All right, let's head back. And as Silk says, the lore for this area, can't help but loving it. Yeah, so we're definitely piecing together more of the overall story with something happened in the mountain. It caused that pulse. We saw that affect Taro as well. And just like Adira, it looked like it knocked his soul clean out of his body. And yet, like with him, it felt like that was the point at which he had died. And that everything that he experienced after that was like his vision of the afterlife. Maybe the same thing happened here, because it was after that point that she caught the village heart before it fell and stuff. So maybe those were things that she was doing posthumously that were in the real world, but she just didn't grok the fact that that was later, afterlife. How is this not a thing? It's 100% a thing. All I ever had to do was pulse, and it would have been fine. All right, well, we'll try to do that moving on. And then in this episode, we also see that there was a fellow up there, some sort of flying creature that Adira took note of just before the pulse got sent out. Hana's mask. Do I know? I think these are new to me to buy. Yes, we get one of each. Okay. And then, do we have any other masks? Oh, Ox. We don't have Ox yet. Jab was also saying personal logs were also big on Star Trek, regarding, how do you communicate to an audience when you don't have that sort of internal monologue. And in The Martian, they were using a lot of his personal logs. Personal logs were also big in Star Trek, which... You're right, Jab. I always thought of that as being a tool to sort of remind the audience, recap what's happening so far for the audience, what our A and B story was. Hey, we're back from commercial, Worf's personal log, etc., etc. Just catch everybody up on what's happening. But you're right, it serves an even more fundamental purpose of just providing information that the audience might not otherwise have. after further consideration, I've decided, you know... Sorry, which way am I going? I wanted to deliver spirit mail first, so we're going to go back. But also, so this is me putting together what we've seen. So I may not have all the information yet, and I'm not yet looking for spoilers. I don't know if they went to concentrate the power of the mountain because they were trying to correct for a problem, or because they felt like it was an opportunity for, like, a new era of prosperity. Either way, this power that they had some access to sort of petered out and stopped working properly, and then there was, like, the blight and everything else happened. And it feels like they were maybe blaming themselves when it might just have been a different thing that happened. Okay, well, if I could fight Adira, I feel like I can fight these guys. Okay. Apparently in this episode I've picked up the bad habit of releasing the left trigger first, so I don't actually fire the arrow that I've knocked. Can I hit both? That is what I meant. The whole lore in, like, the entire game, like this, the blue crystals, the way they pulse with energy that, like, Kena can apparently do, but it also feels like maybe they're, like, something that everybody can harness. Okay, no, we don't have cute frogs here that don't do anything. Wait, what did we do? Oh. Wait, does this one get a super frog hat? Okay, we definitely got a frog hat. Let's make sure that somebody has that. But I like the fact that the, like, power of the mountain was manifested as this, like, gravy, this bright blue gravy that they were pouring into, like, this thing. It's just, this world seems to operate by a set of rules that are comprehensible to the people living in it. And for me, it's just like, I don't know, man, that looks super awesome. You put some blue syrup onto some stones and they turn into a big blue, like, crystalline infused boar. Or ox. I feel like I haven't found everything up here. Like, we found the rot, we found the hat, we found a couple things in these homes, but although, like, delivering the tree mail is never, like, you don't necessarily get, like, tons of stuff. I still feel like I've missed something. Also, Jab was saying Wilson in Castaway. Yeah, I remember reading, like, seeing in reviews of Castaway, the Tom Hanks movie Castaway, that there was this very long section with absolutely no dialogue. And one of the reasons that I remember that is that a friend that I had at the time heard that and was like, no, this movie's stupid. And like, he refused to watch it. He absolutely refused to watch it based on that one piece of information. To me, I feel like there's a lot of power in silence. And it would seem daring to have a movie that has that much space for the scene and the quiet to fill you. That is all I ever had to do. You guys, how many pink butterflies did I walk up to and not pulse? It's your primary way of interacting with the world. Not really, you can hit things with your staff and stuff, but it's such a fundamental thing and I never did it. Or worse, did do it and then forgot that that's what I should be doing. There's a limited time flavor of Dorito that's surprisingly good. Fiery mango. I feel like I've enjoyed mango every single time I've had it and still do not seek it out as being a flavor that I enjoy, which is weird. You know what else is good? Mandarin oranges. Is that what they're called? I think that's what they're called. The little, like, kind of sweet little tiny oranges. Those are really good. Not like a tangerine. I'm pretty sure they're called mandarin oranges. I hope that's correct. Alright, yeah, we've already hit all the ones on this wheel, so we're good. Well, that was tree mail. No, we do have one up and over there, so it's almost as far away as we can get in the village. Let me turn 180 degrees, and we'll go this way. Let me maybe double check. Yes. Headed in the right direction. I would say there is a 0% chance that I'm going to find all of the rot in the village. After having, like, gone past so many of them and not recognizing, like, what are these pink butterflies for? Like, if I see any, I'll find them, but to comb back through every area we went through in the village, I just don't think I would ever find them all. Alright, yeah, we'll go this way. This game also reminds me of, like, what they were trying to make with, like, Star Fox Adventures and other, like, Nintendo platformers, Nintendo 64 platformers back in the day. And, well, even as I said that, there's not as much of a collectathon in this game as there were in some of those. Like, I'm one of the poor saps that got Donkey Kong 64. I was really excited for Donkey Kong 64. It was from Rare. They were so good at the games that they made, and I liked 3D platformers with all of the things to collect. Banjo-Kazooie and the Super Mario 64 and others. Nothing's really coming to mind, but I really did like that as a genre. Did I probably freed that and then didn't actually collect it. Thought it looked a little bit bright. Jab is pretty old school on Doritos. Yeah, I have to say mango-flavored Doritos. I would absolutely give it a shot. And sort of like spicy or like hot-flavored Doritos in general sound really good. I heard somebody say, I feel like not super long ago, that ranch dressing was like really mid or even not preferable. I adore ranch dressing. Top salad dressings Probably of the whole set. So the thing about ranch is that I don't think of ranch as being a salad dressing. You can put it on salad, you can put it on pizza, you can put it on cereal, you can put ranch dressing on almost anything, and it is superior for the effort. How do we get across this? We don't, unless there's some way to open that flower, and I want to say that we need to clear the corruption first. Which is odd, because, like, there's a tree mail over there. So, like, ranch dressing is probably number one by default, just because it's so good, but it's also just like an everything dressing. You know, it's not limited to salad. Blue cheese, then, is probably my favorite salad dressing, because it's extremely good, but only on salad. I guess technically, like, again, you can put things, you know, a lot of things on pizza, or pizza into a lot of different things. Blue cheese is also okay on and around pizza, but it really is a salad dressing. French dressing, not a fan. That's how we get up there. That's exactly how we get up there. Okay, so now I know where we're going. Thousand Island. I'm not sure that I have an opinion on Thousand Island. I feel like I haven't had a lot of Thousand Island dressing. Mostly because any place that has Thousand Island dressing usually also has one of the ones that I, like, am already a big fan of. I'm trying to think. I've probably had Thousand Island and found it pretty good. If you all want to come, keep coming in a single file. Boy, that shoot-through arrow is really good. Once you realize that it's not just a narrow, it's not the width of the arrow, but rather like it has a wide area of effect, wider than you think. Okay, if I can open this one, and I cannot, I think I have to go take care of the rest of the dudes, though. Jab is saying it's a secret sauce on a lot of burgers. So Thousand Island is? I wonder if I've had one of those. No. Oh, why did I do this so far away? Okay, so now we've got this. This will clear away the corruption if we reunite it with its bucket.
Right over there.
Chips in general, though, I usually don't have. Like, the topic of, like, Doritos. The trouble with chips is that I could eat a lot of chips, and that would not be good for me. So, usually chips are not something that we have a lot of in the house. Not to say that I'm always eating super healthy. Not nearly enough, actually, but as a result, I don't have Doritos very often. It's in fact that I like them too much. If I had to choose, like, if you put them all out in front of me, I'd probably go for Cheetos over Doritos. I've always been a big fan of Cheetos. Oh, and Fritos, like those corn chips, like those salted corn chips that you can get. Those are so good with like a cheese dip. Every once in a while, usually like once a year, I'd go, and not even for like the Super Bowl or anything, just like randomly, I'd be like, man, I really want some Fritos. And I'd go get some Frito scoops, and there was this Frito-Lay, like jalapeno cheese dip, and I would have the Frito corn chip dips, scoops rather, with that cheese dip, and it was really good. And it was also very bad for me, so I would have exactly that amount and then not have any more of it for a long time. And actually, the last time that I did that was now probably several years ago. God, you know what? It might actually be more than a decade. Yeah, these days when I want to make a questionable health decision, I just spoon Nutella into my mouth like it was pudding. Not really, but there's so many worse things. Yes? No. Oh, by the way, I don't know if she's still here, but Asperby had actually finished Assassin's Creed Mirage, and I wouldn't say anything about the end here, but I hope she had a very good time with it. I thought it was a cool game. It was, I said this at the end of that playthrough, it was exactly what I wanted an homage to an old school Assassin's Creed game to be. A heavy emphasis on stealth, pretty good combat mechanics, gorgeous world and engine, and just a really nice, like, here is some Assassin's Creed that you don't feel like you are budgeting 3 months of your time. What an interesting choice for me to play this section of the game that is much darker than most sections of the game on the brightest day of the year so far. It's not that the game is dark, it's that the world that I'm in is very bright. Yeah, Jab is exactly right. Patine's playing Assassin's Creed Mirage right now. He just started today. I got a chance to see some of his, like, early game. I don't like it when I don't know where the big guy is. Darn it. So, I feel like I need the high ground. Okay. Super charming when you develop, like, a new case of the yips, where what I'm doing these days is, again, releasing left trigger before right trigger. Wasn't doing that in any previous episode. It was not that I remember, and this episode has been almost non-stop. Okay. Yeah, I think we need to focus on Kappa. Next time I see him, yeah, we're gonna bother him. It's a really good hit. Okay, where are you at, Kappa? Was that you? Okay, hopefully. No, that was just some rando. Is that him? I think so. Okay, everybody relax. Stop hitting me with your attacks. Oh. He has that huge wind-up, too. It's not forgivable that I took that much damage. Really? Jab hasn't played a game in over a month. Well, hopefully you're enjoying whatever else is filling the time. The darn Pokemon are like, it's like one shot to take them out, and it reduces the number of, like, ouch, incoming attacks. He's not going to be able to outrun that bomb whether I shoot it or not. At least I hope that landed on him. If he was underground, like, technically out of the scene... Oh, I will share this. There's one interface element that I have not worked out. Like, do you see how Kappa has like a gold dot on him? I don't know what that means. This guy, see how he's got that gold dot up at the top right-hand corner? I don't know if that like means that defeating him will cause that bravery to drop or what. Okay, I want to bother him. Bother. How do I not have bother power? Bother. Okay, just... Yeah, see, he's not tough. It's just landing hits on him because he has so many, like, ads. Speaking of ads, so there was a content creator who, frankly, is, you know, overall, this is not somebody whose opinion that I hold in very high regard, but he had done a review, a recap and a review of the Amazon Fallout series, which, by the way, we've also finished and I liked a lot. So I thought, okay, I don't actually think very much of this person's opinions, but I am curious on what they had to say. It would be interesting to get at least some baseline opinion of what this person thought. So we tried to watch it. You guys, I did not know that you could dial up that number of ads that high on YouTube. I didn't know it was possible. I've never seen another channel do it. In this 1 hour video, the ads had been set to roll every 3 to 5 minutes. In a 1 hour video, like, I'm not super great at math, but that's like interrupting your video like 15 times for ads. For ads that you have to like stop and like tab over to and click on to get past. It was amazing just trying to hear a single cogent thought from somebody who is constantly interrupting their own content for more ads. And that said, I will say here that the juice was not worth the squeeze. It was not a surprise to me at all that this person, who I am not going to name, spent an hour recapping the events of the Fallout television series out of order and was factually wrong about almost everything that they had to say. Yes, like, they got the names of the characters correct, and as somebody who struggles with that personally, I'm just not good with names, +1 for them on that. Where are we going? I don't know if this is the way out or the thing that I am in here to explore. It's a very tall tower. However, like, okay. At the very, like, I'm going to speak in wide, okay, let's not talk about Fallout. Let's pull out something else, something that most people know. Once upon a time, there's a movie called Star Wars. Today, we call it A New Hope. Imagine if I was going to do a 1 hour recap of the events of Star Wars, and the way that I chose to do it was to say, Yeah, so at the beginning, there's this kid named Luke, and he lives on this, like, big desert. He lives out in this desert for some reason. And then, like, he's supposed to be doing this work, but he doesn't really like the work that he's doing, so he just decides that he's going to leave the planet. And how he gets off the planet, I don't know. It doesn't even make sense. Some stuff happens, and so he gets off the planet. And then he gets caught up in like this magical world of like laser swords and stuff, and it's just, and that was how I decided to recap the events of Star Wars, by talking about how it doesn't really make sense, and also the few facts that I'm giving you are wrong. He's not there for no reason. He doesn't work on a farm. It is true that he doesn't like his job very much, but he's showing a lot of promise at other things, like fixing droids, for example, that seem to be a little bit outside his immediate set of responsibilities. So he seems like a bright kid. Oh, and by the way, I guess I just won't talk about the fact that he openly discusses wanting to be a pilot for the Imperial Navy. What are they called? For the Empire, I think he just says. He wants to go to pilot school. If I'm, and maybe that's in the novelization, but I'm pretty sure that's in the movie. It's been a minute since I've seen it. The thing is, I'm not actually recapping Star Wars right here. I'm talking about how if you're paying any attention to the story at all, he doesn't leave the desert that he lives in for no reason. Somehow, those are actually really important story points about a couple droids stopping by and playing a hologram and him going to meet Ben Kenobi. It's actually the whole story. Well, that is how this individual decided that they were going to recap Fallout, by being aggressively wrong about who the characters are, what they want out of life, what motivates them to leave their current situation and then to go on to other things. And at that point, I just couldn't get further into it because this impenetrable wall of ads made it entirely unwatchable. It actually, of all things, made me want to be more mindful here of doing breaks where gameplay is not happening so that people don't miss important story beats. It's something that we've experimented with and I should probably be more mindful of, because it makes it difficult to follow a story if it's getting interrupted by Comcast ad. Jab, by the way, says that he's been reading a fair bit. Jab, is it the book that you PM'd over, or is it something else, something new? Because I feel like the book that you PM'd over is something that you're very well familiar with, and you might be onto like reading brand new things.
Hana and Adira shared something special. It lifts my heart to know they are together again.
Adira knew she was powerless to stop the poison, but she never gave up hope that Hana would find her way home. Zaju, I saw something in Adira's memories. Some kind of creature. It seemed to be connected to the troubles in the village. Was there no way to drive it out?
You were not the first to ask me these questions. Our leader, Toshi, struggled to accept the will of nature. Toshi loved this place, and it broke him to see it wither away.
The leader of your village. I've seen this spirit on my journey. He's at the heart of the corruption that blocks the path to the mountain shrine.
He will not move on quietly. Make sure you are prepared before confronting this final spirit. Look for Toshi in the village leader hall, along the path to the mountain shrine.
Okay, Toshi's mask. Jab says one of them was the 17th book in that series. So Jab, and this is for anyone. Like I don't know how to ask this. It's a very leading question, and I understand this. So I've seen a lot of the Game of Thrones HBO series. We haven't watched the ending because it was just universally panned, and I should watch it and come to my own conclusion, but it's difficult to screw up a lot of enthusiasm for something that seems to be like, I just have never seen a single person say that it was any good. I've not read the books, so I don't know what the books are like and how they compare against where the series was just an adaptation of the books. Oh, really? Okay, so I feel like we're going to mask this and then learn about the tools that we need, the relics. Alternatively, maybe that's not going to happen. So then... Right, this is forward. What's back? When Jab says that he is reading the 17th book in a series, so, like, this is my question. I've not read the books of Game of Thrones, so I don't know what they're like. Are they so much better and more fully realized than other fantasy novels out there, both released before and since, that it makes sense that George R.R. Martin hasn't released like the next book in like a decade? When did the last game... This is 2024 for anybody watching some future VOD. What was the last Game of Thrones book that came out? And how many years ago was it? Writer's block is a real thing. Like that's... I really do want to ask this without judgment. I don't know if these books are so intricately crafted that people who are fans are like, well, it makes a lot of sense. You know, he puts a ton of time and attention into this, and this is the way that it would be. Or if it's just, no, he's distracted by his other projects or experiencing a lot of writer's block. I just want to see what these are. Gateway is what it's calling them. Dougler was asking what books, and hello to Dougler. The Game of Thrones books, are they like that good? Because it feels like, you know, Sam Melander was talking about the Mistborn series by Brandon Sanderson. He's a huge fan. There seems to be a bunch of those books. I haven't read them yet. Oh, Patikin! Hello to Patikin! Patikin, we were talking earlier about Assassin's Creed Mirage and the fact that Asperby just finished it yesterday and you were just starting to play it today. How would you rate your first experience with it? It seemed like you were having a very good time, but I would like to hear it from you. And specifically, I would like to hear that you had a very good time. That's what I'm expecting you to say. If it's anything else, then say what I said instead. So, right, this is walled off. And as far as I know, so I think that I was meant to go up the main forest path instead. Also, I'd love to open this now that I see that it's here. Patine is already liking it more than Valhalla. Just love the stealth gameplay. It is a very fun stealth game. All right. Let's go do what I think we were supposed to do, which is go up those stairs. So here is where we want. Okay, is this north? No. Is this north? No, that's south. Okay, then go this way. So this is north. Patine likes it because it feels more like an Assassin's Creed game, and Valhalla didn't. Douglas saying Mistborn is pretty great. Some of Sanderson's earlier books, so better read them first to get the best experience of them. So as far as I know, I don't know if Elantris was his first book, but it's the one that was sort of recommended to like start getting into Sanderson, and I was like, shit, why not? I'll give this a shot. And just like based on the little what it calls sample that they give you on Amazon Kindle, it was like, oh no, this is very good and I want to read it. I also, like, I haven't talked about this aspect to it, but I really like the fact that the characters have both things that they are very good at and things that they are kind of lousy at. That's how human beings are, and was like something that was dangerously missing from that R.A. Salvatore book that I read, where everybody was just super good all the time. I think it probably helps, and maybe this is a bit on the unrealistic side, that the characters seem to be very aware of what they're not good at, and I'm not sure that that's actually the way that real people work, but that is a sacrifice I'm willing to make in order to have characters that are good at some things and not good at other things. This insured should not better be a fight. This really feels like a fight. Hello? Spirit Walker here. Spirit Guide? Bridge of Spirits? What am I? Okay, no, it's not a fight. Yet.
You have come far, Spirit Guide. But what is it that you truly seek? What are you hiding? Why are you here? I can feel your true intent. You pretend to care for these spirits, but really, you only serve yourself. You cannot hide your weakness from me.
Dad, where are you? You can't stay here. Dad, I want to go home. My dad is gone. Can you help me find him?
Don't worry. We can look for him together.
This is his staff. He can't get home without it. Can you carry it for me?
Take it slow. You've traveled a great distance. Crossing over is no easy task.
Toshi's spirit was different, stronger than the others. He was able to push me from his memories.
Toshi wields an untamed power, but that is not why you failed. Corrupt spirits feed on the conflicts within ourselves.
My father told me stories of the sacred mountain shrine and its connection to the spirit realm. After I lost him, I set out to find the shrine, hoping it would make me a better spirit guide. I've always known he was gone, but I thought if I could help enough spirits find peace, he would see me and be proud.
Many spirit guides have come before you, but they have all failed. Your father will be proud of who you've become. Toshi could not accept the fate of our village. He destroyed a sacred creature and broke the natural cycle of the land. It seems Toshi has hidden his relics in the spirit realm. You will need to cross over to search for them. Look for gateways in the village. Dash through them to reach the spirit realm.
While holding your shield with left bumper, press right bumper to perform a dash. Use dash to avoid attacks and travel through spirit gates. Performing dash consumes your shield energy. And hello to Kay, who, yeah, that was a lot all at once. I thought, and maybe this is what happened, that Kana was killed outright and was now going to be a spirit herself, and we might get like a light world, dark world thing like in Zelda. Instead, it almost feels like she was personally, physically thrown into the spirit realm and then was able to use her spirit guide powers to come back out by doing the dash, which is that, apparently. But the cutscenes in this game are, like, just extremely well directed. Okay, this was all corruption before. Yeah, now we can... Also, Dougler had said that the greatest fantasy series is the Discworld series. Are those comedies? I haven't read them. Why do I feel like Discworld is sort of like a parody or comedy series? Ow. No, okay. Wanted to try dashing through that. Oh, and also, Javin clarified that the book that he's reading, like the 17th entry in, is by Stephen Brust, if I'm saying that correctly. That was, that was a lot of damage. And it's the Vlad Taltos series. Oh, and by like, let me say that, like, hearing that there's 17 books in a series, that is not a put-off for me at all. Because if I read the first one and I like it, then I'm glad to know that there's a lot more of that thing that I like. And if I read the first one and I don't care as much for it, then I read a book. You don't have to read all 16 of them. Okay. Defeat all... I wasn't paying attention, you guys. It's defeat all enemies without getting hit. They're not killing me. They're ending the challenge. All right. Now we'll do it better. They are comical, but not comedies. Okay. Why am I so slow? I really thought that I could shoot him and then dodge out of the way. But yeah, see, like, so I haven't read any of the books that Jab is talking about, but if there's like 17 in the series, that also doesn't necessarily make me think like, oh, they must all be just like churning trash, right? Like, Jab really likes them. I believe Drienne really likes them. There's 17 of them, but it seems like, okay, we've never seen this guy before. You guys! So I will not dedicate my life to this. Oh, you know what else I should take, though? Hold on. This is the perfect time to put on that charm that causes me to take extra damage, because if I take any damage, it's already done. So now I'll get the benefit of having the extra outgoing damage. It's just, I feel like if you're going to say to your audience, this is going to be a series of books that are this long and, you know, I have everything mapped out and this is the story that I want to tell, it seems like when you ask the audience to invest their time into it, you sort of want to see it through, but also, like, it's a creative endeavor. You sometimes just can't squeeze it all together, right? It's gotta come about in a way that you can work. And if you're not feeling it, if you're having that writer's block, I don't know what you can do about it. Yeah, because I need to figure out how to fight Shadow Blob. So he doesn't take damage. I shoot arrows at him, and the arrows go right through. This might necessarily be you just have to come back later, because I don't know how to fight this dude yet. But let's at least try it one more time. Oh, is it 17 books over 40 years? So I didn't know it went back that far. When did the first Game of Thrones book come out? A Song of Ice and Fire. I feel like I'm a big hero for knowing that. But no, I wouldn't say that 17 books in 20 years is necessarily like churning them out. If that's what, like, look at Stephen King. I mean, my God, some people are just very prolific. Okay, how do we hurt you? No, he doesn't. Defeat enemies without getting hit. He doesn't care about arrows. He doesn't care about bombs. And he doesn't care about staff. I can't bother him that I can see. So I'm going to skip this for now. There's got to be a trick to fighting him. Unless you have to, like, parry him. I'm not going to try it right now. We're going to move on. Douglas said the very first book came out August 1st, 1996. So what is that? 2006, 2016. So, yeah, more than 20 years. I feel like I'm coming across like, how dare he not release all of his books on my timetable? But in fact, it's just like, there's probably a lot more discontent out there than I think there is. What is this? What are you doing? What are you doing? Are these just infinite now? Hold on. Okay, but... Not you! Okay, he's gonna heal, and I don't think I can stop him. Oh! Okay, I hadn't really been paying attention prior to this moment. I am always at 0 hit points in this spirit realm. It's not just for that challenge. I can't get hit ever. Or maybe that's completely false because I just got hit. Forget it. Forget I said anything. Okay, yeah, kill the big guy for me. No, leave Kena alone. I don't think I need to kill. I think it's also mostly actually that I just had the charm on that caused me to take extra damage. Stephen King was on coke for a lot of his book writing time. Yeah, I think he's talked openly about that, hasn't he? Like, there's books he doesn't remember having written. As far as I know, he has cleaned that right up and is in a much better place now. I hope that is true.
Go get it.
Stephen King is one of those people that I would not enjoy meeting just because I think that he would have absolutely no time for me at all. I don't have anything insightful or clever or funny or impressive to say about his body of work at all. I've liked a lot of Stephen King books. You know what question I would like to ask Stephen King, and no one else in the world would ask him this, I think. I would like to know what the earlier drafts and revisions and vision for Under the Dome was going to be. Because in the afterword, I think, maybe it's in the foreword of the book, he talks about the fact that this was something that he had sort of like dinked around with for years and years and years. He was like poking at this idea that he had for Under the Dome, which if you're not familiar, CBS turned it into a television series. I did not enjoy it. But in the book version, this town in Maine, get this, a Stephen King book set in Maine. In this town in Maine, one day an impenetrable force field comes down that perfectly adheres to the the political boundaries of like what is defined as the town borders, and seals everybody inside. And they can't get out, and what they have in there is what they have, and that's it. And where the dome came from, how to take it down, these are all things that go into it. And it's just, to me, it's very impressive as like Stephen King goes, because where like a lot of books take place in a specific location, this one is all about specifically being trapped in that location. And I just feel like it's such an interesting character study of how these different personality types respond to this very menacing but also completely passive situation. Like, nothing's coming to get them. It's just they can't leave, and they're stuck in here with the other people that are also stuck in here. it's a really interesting like concept, and one that I feel like the television series like completely mismanaged, like just completely did a terrible job with. Yes? I don't know where I would want to put this. But I'm just curious, like, was it just the premise was what appealed to him and he wanted to see where it might take him? Or did he try different ideas for this and just they didn't pan out? I'd be curious about that. I pretty much will leave the author a lone guy. Not so much with Game of Thrones. Says Jab. I have to believe that it goes in here. There's a big arrow. No. Hold on. Yeah, okay, so we don't go upstairs. Okay, let's not bring it in there then. I should probably figure out where we're going first and then have them, like, follow me around. But we can go downstairs, at least these stairs. Okay, I cannot ride on this. Okay, well, hold on. We can go up these stairs. Was this where we found it? This might just be the place where we found it. Yeah. Okay, sorry, boys. Take it back down. So it's not up there. Oh, here we go. Found it. Then again, I'm not sure that there's any author. I think like, oh man, if only I really had a chance to talk to this person, they'd really benefit from my insights or whatever. I mean, I can dash through that. Do I want to though? So let's do it, even though I'm not at all convinced. Maybe it just teleports me up there or something like that. That's exactly what it did. Yeah, look. Okay. I like these portal doors. Also, you know what would be interesting? And I bet that there's an interview. Here's the thing about Stephen King. I bet that any question I could possibly imagine asking him, there is an interview where somebody already asked it. But I would be interested, what is a, like, movie or television adaptation of his work that he personally had the most fun collaborating on, or saw the greatest opportunity to rectify something that maybe he would have wanted to change in the original work? Because I know that, like, isn't it that it doesn't he have a very, very low opinion of the Stanley Kubrick Shining? I think I read that someplace, that, like, Stephen King accepts it as being a good movie, but a terrible adaptation of his book. I think my personal favorite King movie, a movie based on Stephen King, it would depend on the day of the week that you ask me, but it's between The Mist and the Green Mile. And wait, was Shawshank Redemption, that was also Stephen King, wasn't it? Shit, those are good movies. Oh, hello to Marquack! The wiki page for Under the Dome speaks to the previous life for the novel. Hold on a second. I don't know that I've ever read that. I'm going to open it up in an extra tab right now. Hold on. Open in new window. Okay, so we've got that for later. I also thought that the cast in the television series. So the cast in this television series was well cast. Like I liked all of the people that were in it, except for and this is no shade on the actor. There's a character in the book called Scarecrow Joe, which is like, this is a very Stephen King thing about like this person with a kind of unlikely nickname. But in the book, he's described as being like really sort of like tall, I think tall, but very gangly, very thin, very sort of awkward. And the actor that they cast just, I don't know why this particular human being would ever have been called Scarecrow Joe. It just, the physical attributes didn't really fit with that. Which would be fine, except that they continued trying to call him Scarecrow Joe. It's like, why are you saying that to him? Stop it. Marquardt, I hope you've had a good week so far. And even when there's new information about the next Foster, I would welcome that. I feel like it's always interesting and heartening. And also, I feel like it's beneficial for other people to know that this is a thing that they can do. Like, you hear sometimes about people like, you know, opening their homes to orphans and stuff. This is not the phrase that I'm thinking of. It's, yeah, being a foster family. That's it. But just like, that's a lot. And maybe some people would like to open their homes to others that would benefit from some kindness and some compassion, but maybe taking in like a child is like, boy, that's a lot. You know, a cat is also a big responsibility, but also like, as Marquardt shows, that cat is going to be with you for a specific window of time as they get reacclimated. They heal from injuries. They have some medication tested out to see like if they can be stabilized into a position where they could then be adopted, and just to be like shown kindness and warmth for a while. I think it's really cool, and that's why I like to engage with Marquardt on the topic, because I want people to know it's a thing. Probably just over here. Jab is saying check out the Dresden Files by Jim Butcher, especially if you like fantasy. I feel like I've heard of this Czar. Dresden Files, boy, I might be confusing this with something else, so feel free to LOL at me. Is this sort of like, what do they call it? Urban fantasy? Like it's modern day, but also has fantastical elements. Is that the right thing? And it's sort of like or is it more like a detective noir thing? I'm trying to think of what I think I'm talking about. This week has been bearable, says Marquardt. Oh, those do come out. Wait, where did the crystal go? Right, Oh, I would jump over to that one. Hold on, I need to let these guys reset, because otherwise I'm going to get crushed. And then there was nothing else to do down here, right? Urban fantasy, and it was a TV show also. This week has been bearable. I do have foster news. So my foster that went back had to have massive dental work. He had all of his teeth pulled, and now he's coming back to me tomorrow for a couple of weeks to heal up. So, like, Marquardt, what do they do in a situation like that? Like, is there such a thing as dental implants for cats? This actually didn't clarify things for me. Hold on. Hopefully. Because I imagine... Wait, is there anything over here? I imagine that a cat with few, if any, teeth could still have, like, soft food, like wet food, but... I don't know. That might have other health concerns that I can't predict. At the same time, like, dental implants for cats sounds expensive, and with a... I guess I don't know enough about dental implants to know, like, don't you have to, like, not eat things for a while? I feel like a cat would not... Okay, so I still don't know how to fight these guys. Oh, you know what? I didn't try pulsing them. Hold on. Oh, cool. Well, let's try it now. Right, they don't care about that. I'm gonna be so dead when the time resumes. So, I'm not yet asking for spoilers, but I legitimately don't know what I would do about these guys. Oh, maybe dash through them? That's a new ability. Hold on. Yeah! Okay, sorry. Sorry, that was very exciting. That makes them corporeal. Got it. Was not previously described as being a thing I could do. Okay, now... I didn't know that was an attack. I thought it was just a dodge. Okay, but yeah, just stay right together if you could. Sorry, gentlemen. Ugh. I don't know why I did that either. Their diet becomes mostly wet food, no implants. It's not uncommon, apparently, for cats to need dental work and extractions as they get older. Cats can also, who live with someone, live quite well with no teeth. Their diet becomes mostly wet food, though if they really like dry food, you can moisten it up so it's mushy, so there's no choking risk. Okay, thank you for the A pluses. Mark Quack, that was a case of, like, when I was doing the chest before, I was like, maybe I just don't have the tool to do this yet, and I have to come back later. Here, this is mainline content, so it's like, all right, clearly there's something that I need to know how to do, or that I should know how to do and haven't worked out. So what is every tool at my disposal? Oh, right, what about the thing they just gave me? You know, the thing that most people would want to try out and do a whole lot, rather than like, oh, that seems pretty cool. I guess I'll do it when required. Mark Mike says that his foster will be eating paste, squeezable treats. Oh my god, cats love the squeezable treats. And gravy from wet food. Anything solid cut up into tiny pieces for him. So, this is going to raise the question, or maybe this is where the game teaches me. No, it's not. I was going to say, maybe can you dash in midair, but then I remembered, no, we've seen this before. We know where we are. There we go. Is this correct? Seem correct. I hope adoptive families will be open. Can I up? There we go. I hope the idea of like a cat with no teeth would not affect the odds of adoption. Among other things, I would think that that would make the cat ideal for a home with like, well, I was about to say ideal for a home with very young children, but then the cat would have fewer opportunities, fewer methods to say, hey, stop it. Like, seriously. This seems very ominous. Okay. Well, we'll start with what seems right. I would really like to shoot them both. Oh, that's not the first time, you guys. A lot of the times the rot will come to me after the fight, and I'll be like, oh no! Here they come. By the way, Kay, I hope that you also had a really good weekend. The cluster bomb upgrade is pretty fun. Oh, and we also know it's coming, so... So, did we not put these in the correct... Oh, hold on. The pots have little masks on them. That one has 4 eyes. Yep, okay, sorry. Should have known. So, this pot has sort of like a scowly 2 eyes and a nose. So, yeah, that one goes over here. And this pot has more angry eyes. So that one's gonna go... Yeah, boy, I really got all these wrong. Here, go ahead and put that one there. Okay, the 4-eyed one comes here. The major drawback for adoption, says Mark, would be that the dry food tends to be cheaper than wet food. I guess I can understand that, but one thing that I have in my head is, I mean, Mark, you've probably met Jody K. Jody K is like a... I believe she's a vet technician. If that's not her proper title, then I apologize. But she also, like, works with animals all the time. And when she says that cats are meant to be getting a lot of their water, a lot of their moisture from their dry food, that's like, oh, okay, I didn't know that. So it seems like the wet food, it might be more expensive, but it feels like it's what they're meant to have. Unless, like Mark, you know more about this than I do, so I will defer to your knowledge as well. I just feel like the wet food is part of the cost of having the cat, for sure. Sir, I like your color of purple. Uh-oh. Hold on! That transition from this looks bad to ouch was so fast. Okay, I could really use some health if there's any on offer. Uh-oh. Okay, this is worse than average. Do I do this? Is this just gonna crush me? Okay. I don't know what I was meant to learn there, but I didn't. Okay, great aim. That's how they get you. It's the return trip on the boomerang sword. I believe that wet food is probably considered more healthy, certainly for males, as it prevents crystals forming that will prevent them from being able to pee, and then need expensive medical to clear it up. Says Markwack. Jav says my cats would just lick the gravy off the wet food and leave it. We have had at least one cat that seemed to engage with wet food that way. So what we moved... Son of... I even saw it, I know it's coming and failed to dodge it. I don't recognize this attack. That was so much worse than the first attempt. And the first attempt was no great shakes. I was trying to bomb again, even though my first bomb was still out. Oh, I was really hoping to hit the guy way back there, but I aimed too low. I'm gonna have to take off the charm stone again. I am so far from threatening this guy. Oh, well, this worked out. I don't know what to expect. That could put him still for a second. Ow. Or he could just kill me. And he won't have to worry about the bomb I laid on him. My foster, who I'm getting back, enjoyed doing that as well, licking the gravy. It's expensive gravy, but I'm trying to give them the Disney experience when they're with me. So there'll always be more money in 2 weeks when I get my next paycheck. Yeah, The thing about wet food that I've also heard is that it can be worse for the dental situation. As it, like, the dry food has, like, the element of, like, cleaning the teeth or not getting stuck in the teeth as much. But if the wet food is healthier in every other way... Okay, that's how we learn that you can interrupt that. Yeah, okay, so I need to take off the charm that makes me take more damage because that is not serving me well here. Let's go here, charms, and we're gonna take bomb damage moderately increased. Oh, you guys, look at, hold on. I have upgrades. We can get my quiver. I really want this one. And then we do have 500 more points, so to create 2 bombs at one time, that's probably it. Gain a rot action when you successfully parry. I'm not going to successfully parry, so we're going to do this one. And then I've got 200 points. I'll tell you what. I'm going to pick this up. If I ever get it, then that's awesome. And my Dark Souls rolls do need work. Wait, sorry. I did do it, right? Yes. All right. Not even close. I dodge way too early on his attack, and I'm saying that because I recognize it to be true, and also have not been able to correct for it yet. Okay, dodge later. One thing I can't have is these guys nipping at my heels while I'm trying to fight their dad. Dodge. Okay, too early. Way too early. Well, that's a double swipe. Like, maybe I should be focusing on blocking that one. Uh-oh. Can I absorb this? No. Okay. I like challenging bosses. Like, I might not like this guy in 3 hours, but I like having, like, something to go up against. And I like the fact that I get to start at the boss and not run for 4 minutes in order to face him. Damn it. I like that the bomb follows him. Like, you can't get away from that. I gotta learn his, like, basic patterns with the swords. Jab is asking, sorry, Czar was asking if Jab's ever read the Awaken Online series. Jab's never heard of it, just look it up. Doesn't sound like something that he'd want to read. Yeah, Jab has read, fantasy. Son of a bitch! He gets me with that first strike every time. That's how that works. Okay. Oh, and he gets super stunned after that. Okay, good to know. Uh-oh. I don't I'm still technically alive? No. Get up. Kana, you can do it. I think we finally made him angry. How did I not get the best of that? Boy, that cluster bomb is good when he does that move. It kills two of his... Oh, boy! I tried to shield. I need that help. Okay, you're still up. You're still up. Where'd you go? I don't... Cool. Oh, I don't have any... Well, whatever. Sure. Wait! Do I get damaged by my own bombs? Sorry, I didn't know that that was possible. Seemed a little weird, but yeah, also it does make sense. Link can get damaged by his own bombs, so why would I have assumed anything else? It would just suck if that's the reason that this goes bad for me. Killing that guy accidentally was absolutely the right way for the fight to end. Okay, so we discovered some incense.
I knew Toshi since he was a boy. Watched him grow into a leader. He cared deeply for our people. Losing so many drove him to do terrible things.
It is truly, like, impressive to me just that, like, because I just did, like, that or whatever. Like, yeah, I think it was that. And I accidentally caught him at the far left-hand corner of the swing, and that was the last little bit of chip damage to kill him, because it's a wide swipe and it like hitboxed him, and that's just cool that it's that precise that it would have gotten him as he came in for his stab. Nothing necessarily happens during the meditations. It just, like, Life is Strange had the same sort of thing, where every once in a while there was like a hangout spot, and it would just show these different parts of the environment, like as your character sort of focused on them for a little bit. And I liked that. It was this moment of quiet contemplation, which is here literally what it is, as you're doing this sort of meditation exercise and centering yourself and getting some extra health for it. New charm stone. Let's see what it is. I bet it's take less damage. No. Staff damage moderately increased for 8 seconds after taking damage. Lose all courage on last hit. Lose all courage on last hit. I don't know what that means. Oh, I like this. I can't afford it, but untarnished. That gain a modest amount of health on parry. Losing all the courage, that's your rot courage. Like, those are the yellow dots. I don't know what it means by last hit. It can't be the last hit of your own combo, because then you'd never have any courage ever. Unless that is what it means. I don't know what lose all courage on last hit. Does it, like, I don't know if we still have Asper B. I'd love to ask somebody. I feel like I'm not getting that one. So he came out of there. I guess we've cleared this area. We talked with Village Master.
I knew Toshi.
Okay, apparently we don't have his name.
Deeply.
And then I'm not actually sure how to get down from here. I feel like we go back down the path. It feels uncommon for the game to make us walk back from a fight. Oh, see, yeah, it's right down here. Okay, so trials are trials. Let's see if we can check out this. I want to do this one. Down at the village docks. Let's all keep out for any instances of pink butterflies that I didn't know that I could just pulse as we're going. And seriously, though, thank you to everybody who did know what to do and didn't spoil it, because I would rather have that be a mark of, boy, I should have known what to do. I really should have paid closer attention than to have, you know, just everything explained from the jump. That's what makes your own playthrough. Like, some things you're going to intuit very quickly, and some things you're going to be like, oh, I never had any idea. And if you make it through, it's when you're getting, like, really frustrated that you can't, like, have a good time with it. Then it becomes more of a matter of, is this difficulty? Or is it sequence? So I've already messed it up if it's sequence. I thought it might be like a risk-reward thing, like the harder you set it, the better the rewards are on the other side of the warrior challenge. That's a really good teleport, by the way. Like, it is instantaneous from wherever you go. Like, we're in a different part of the level, but with no load screen. It's just you dash through and you're suddenly there. Czar is saying, Awaken Online is a series that falls under a newer genre called literary RPGs. It takes place in the year 2077, and while true VR technology has been around for some time, there hasn't yet been a game that fully uses the full dive mechanic of the VR tech. That is until Awaken Online. But it's just the next big thing, or does it hide... Is it just the next big thing, or does it hide something more and possibly sinister? I have never engaged with the... the video game is evil, or I'm trying to think of like what genre this is, but like Dot Hack, wasn't that a series of like PS2 RPGs where if you die in the game, you die in real life? There it is. And there was a entertaining to me movie called Stay Alive that starred like Frankie Muniz was one of the characters in it, but that was again about like if you die in the video game, then you're going to die in a similar way in real life. Hold on. There's also a movie once called Fear.com, but I earnestly have no idea if that was the website that kills you or if it was just a website about, like, you know, snuff content or something. Jab's gonna go watch a basketball game. Jab, thank you so much for hanging out today. So, Czar, how many books are in the series? Or is it just a standalone book? Still can't do anything with those here, so we'll continue forward. You know what? You know what I bet you're meant to do here? I bet you lay bombs on all three of them so that you have time as you go through the doors. But time for what, I don't actually know. How would I go back from here? Or do I not go back from here? Maybe up there? I don't feel like I can grip this. Well, I certainly can't grip that. Wow, 10 books. Okay, hold the hell on. Right. So, here's what I'm gonna try. Oh, right, you can't do that because you can only lay down 2 bombs. Okay, hopefully that was correct. This is a not yet situation, I think. But Czar, I am earnestly always interested in book recommendations. Books are, like, they're harder to find the time for, but stop it. Guys like crystal swords. You guys, I did it! I did the spin attack! I did not think that would happen at any point in the game, because I am not good at the parry in this game. That felt really awesome. Maybe the only time that happens, but I can now say that I did the parry spin attack at least once. So those look like the things that we would do, except this time there's no stars that I know that I can recognize above them that says what order to do them. Also, we cleared a bunch of corruption here, so let me just take a look. Ah, okay. I see.
See that over there?
Probably here would be my best guess. Zara loves how excited I get when I do new things in a game. I get very excited when... It seems like something you couldn't possibly have screwed up, but I managed to find the way. Okay, bring it maybe out a little bit. Okay, and now here. And now down. I get most excited when I do something that I legitimately didn't think was ever going to happen. Okay, so we have 1, then 3. Like, what I need to know is the order. I don't think that I have to stand on those circles in order to do it. And that's 4, so then this must be 2. I think that was correct. Was there another circle? Or do they only give you 3 and they assume that you know how to count? I'm just curious. Because this one showed us 1, that one showed us 3. This one over here showed us 4. Oh, was it this one? There was 2. Okay. I was just curious. I think it would have been kind of clever if it only give you some of the numbers. Hello to Buckeye! Buckeye, how was your weekend? I'm trying to remember if this was a weekend that you had to work. I feel like I didn't get a chance to catch any streams from you. But I may have just missed them. It was kind of a busy weekend. We're here in Cana Bridge of Spirits. Doing a little bit of bridging over to the spirits these days. Traveling into the afterlife to find our way to the relics that we need. Really feels like a lookout. This feels like a slide. It doesn't look that inclined, but yeah. So now I die? What was the point of this? Why did I do this? So I do feel like I'm missing something. Oh. That looks better. Right, you can't teleport. You can't dash in midair. I'm gonna wait for those to go back down. If you have Audible, Awaken Online makes a great audiobook. I will say this, I've never tried an audiobook. My concern, just knowing me, is that I would, like, my attention would wander and then I would, like, miss out on important stuff. But then again, I used to feel like during my workouts and stuff, if I had anything on, like, music or whatever, that would also distract me. And no, actually, it's been a real boon to have something on to sort of, like, occupy that point in your mind. I feel like I didn't do whatever that was, but solve that later. Huh. So where is that dropping me specifically? Okay. That got it. There's at least one thing that I 100% didn't do, but I'm just going to go forward since I don't think I could go back if I wanted to. Buckeye works every weekend except Sunday, but good, just got home from another busy day. Will not be streaming for a little bit because work has been insanely busy. 100% understood. Like, Buckeye, will look very much forward to when you can resume streaming. Also, super quick. No, I won't be able to. Remember that chest where it was like, don't take any damage? I wouldn't mind going back to that now that we know how to fight the incorporeal guy, but I don't actually know where that is relative to where I am. So I'm not going to stress about it. Dougler is saying you could listen to them while you work out. That's actually a really good point. I don't know why that never occurred to me. Because what I do is I'll put on music or I will like have on a video or something. But having an actual book on tape, like a narrative to follow, I feel like that'd be really motivating. Probably just up the stairs, huh? Yeah. Oops.
All right.
Gone. Before we face off against Sauron over here, I just want to see if there's anything else up here. Like another meditation point would be real welcome. Part of me feels like I'd really love to live in an area like this, just like wooded and everything is made out of wood and just very like grassy and, you know, natural. And also like, I like the internet. Like modern conveniences as well. Also, by the way, hello to Samalander. We haven't fought this guy before, so I'm still working out how to not get killed doing it. Oh, we knocked his hat off. That's going to be a problem. He's probably going to take that seriously. Crap. Hey, can you walk over here real quick? Thank you. Look at the rots! They're having a great time! Uh-oh. They were not bothered by that at all. They thought that was great. I can do that too, except mine connects. I want to save my rot juice for healing.
No! Okay, I figured I was probably out of the way of that. Okay. If there's something else to do there, I don't know what it is, but I do have some more rock juice. How? That time I pressed B too late, for sure. I just don't know how to not use the shield there. Looks fine, don't worry about it. You can just stay right up there. I got arrows for days. Ow! Crap. Oh, no! Hover rot. Oh, that was so close to being a first try. Just everybody get ready. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do as well on the second try. You always do best on your first try. By the way, Czar is saying that he listens to audiobooks at work since he only needs to pay attention to the products that he's pulling. Yeah, similar to Salamander, there's no opportunity to do anything but work at work. That didn't do a lot of damage to me, so I guess I'm still happy about it. Crap. No, he does not want to get bombed. Okay, get up. That thing that I do a lot where she dodges but doesn't quite get out of the swing and then takes the full brunt of the blade to her own spine. Really would prefer that I didn't do that. Oh, you guys, I just figured it out. You dash through it. That's what you do. That's how you don't take damage to the shield. Okay, I always think I can get out of the way of that, and then don't. Okay, try it. That was it. Like, part of me is like, it makes sense that there would be an attack that you have to shield through, but what if your shield is drained? So then you just take the full hit, and it's like, no. That was me just full on pressing the wrong button. Well, shield is better than no shield. By the way, I don't think that I'm at, like, instant death yet. I think I've got one hit before I go into, like, danger mode. But you know what? Again, I probably shouldn't risk it. Sometimes it's going to hit me twice in a row. Son of a... I don't know how to not get eaten by that. Czar, thank you very much for the cheer. Every single part of the character and world design in this game is just, it looks awesome. It reminds me of, I think it was, Marquardt will know. I think it reminds me of, not Warren Spector, Ken Levine. I think it was Ken Levine was talking about the development of BioShock Infinite when he said, if you're making a movie and you need a chair, you probably limited by like what chairs are available. Like if you're gonna do, he didn't talk about like the Game of Thrones throne, but like you sort of go find a chair and then you put it there. But when you're making a video game, you have the freedom to make any kind of chair you want to make. So it's on you to find a chair, to build a chair rather, create a chair that drives forward your world building. You can make everything in the environment part of the world building. You don't have to have a boring chair. Everything in this game is not a boring chair. Every single thing in this game feels like it's part of the world that they're building. It teaches you more about the people who live here. Like, look at this village crest. It's like part of like a tree root that they cut open, and it's got the roots coming out of the side, and it's got this like thing stenciled or etched into it. It's just, and just that character design of like the dude with like the lightsaber glaive. It's, I just really like everything about the way this game looks.
Many rang this bell on a journey of reflection, hoping to seek guidance from our ancestors. As our village struggled, Toshi found few answers here.
And Sam Lander, also thank you very much for the GGs. And Zara was saying this game kind of reminds me of an anime version of Horizon as far as general gameplay and combat goes. So the thing that like Horizon 1 had, and then I feel like Forbidden West did super well, and I mean like super well, I really loved it. This is not a spoiler in any way, was the emphasis on hunting, on scavenging, on collecting the parts from the world in order to upgrade your gear. And compared to that, this has... It's a very light Metroidvania to it, where you can revisit previous areas with abilities and like get some more stuff, but usually what you're getting... Is this a meditation point? It is. Usually what you're getting is like more glimmer or like a little bit more karma. It's not like mainline path stuff the way that it would be in a Metroidvania. Really just a Metroid game. Boy, I can use that health. But in terms of like being present in a world that the character understands, but that like you as the player do not, that is something that it certainly has in common with Horizon. And I guess to an extent, like your character in Horizon learns a lot more about the world as they're going, but there's other things about like, yo, there's like a whole bunch of machines that are roaming around and doing their own thing, and to the characters in the world, that's old news. To you as the player, that's like, the hell is this? What's this all about? And similarly here, like Kena seems very comfortable with a world where like she comes to this village and there's nobody here except old man McGrew and like Adir's girlfriend Hoshi? Guys, what was her name? I'm so sorry. It started with an H. I don't remember it. I'm really sorry. again, it's just like how mortifying it would be to be like, I was the character designer for that character. We worked really hard on her. We loved her story and the way that it would inform Kana's understanding about what was going on. And you don't even remember her name. Except I remember everything but her name. So we did that right, and now we're just trying to find... And here's our point. There was one thing... it's not worth going through the whole, like, gauntlet to get, but I know I missed something. There was, like, a thing on the wall. Anyway. Yeah, let's... I think we might have to call it here. Was there something else that I wanted to do before we went? Oh, this... Hold on, can I do that? If we can get to this spirit mail, I think it might be the last thing that we can do in this session. Not because I don't want to keep going, but we're kind of at time. But, yeah, that for sure. There's a spirit mail that we can deliver. I think. Yeah. Also, I just like this, like, I don't know that any of the things that we get for cleaning up the houses are, like, super valuable. Like, you get some rot, you get some glimmer, you get a hat, but mostly I just like cleaning up the village, making it not be a crap hole of, like, pustules that are just oozing all over the place, and instead, like whatever we get in here, like, that is its own reward. Do we just do that then?
See that over there?
Get it. You guys keep holding that up. Don't let that conk him on the head. Yeah, the world builders and designers of this really did a bang up job. Really like the way all of this is. I think, by the way, I think that I'm playing this at the absolute perfect time of year. I don't know, hopefully it's not, like, distracting, it's not making a lot of sound, but in the room where I am, like, the windows are open, the breeze is coming through, it's really, really nice out. Like, in a month and a half, it'll be hot, it'll be humid, it'll be uncomfortable, a third of the planet will be on fire, and we'll all be, like, feeling all sorts of ways about that. At least for right now, today, it's like a really, really nice day. It's that sort of, like, early, like, super nice part of spring. And this, it just is very reminiscent of this environment that we're in right now. It's just like, boy, it's nice. Boy, it's nice in this world. Seems like a place you could really just enjoy a lot of cool summer nights at the archery range, which... I think I probably is where I learned to do archery, right? Yeah, that throws up the targets, then we can shoot them. So I believe that what happens next is we do the third of 3 challenges, and I'm going to need to remember to do that when we're going forward. And then it'll be on to, like, fight Toshi directly, probably with a level between. So this feels like the best point to sort of bow out so that I'm not getting committed to another 2 or 3 hours. But yeah, what a great game to wind down from the day on. I've said on many occasions, I don't mind tough fights and skill checks. As long as, I guess I would mind them if it's like, oh, you built your character wrong, go start the game over. That would be annoying. But what's always gotten me is when, like, you get to fight the boss again, but only after a 4-minute, 5-minute run back to the boss. Here, checkpoints right in front of the boss. I'm willing to take my licks. I'm willing to get bruised up a little bit in order to figure out how to fight the guy. I'd like to do it on my first try, and when I don't, hey, hopefully I do it better next time. But not having that, like, oh, you gotta go all the way through the gauntlet of dudes again just to try the boss again. So you sort of like keep that sharp in your mind. That's I like that a lot better. So yeah, this game I'm really digging the mechanical design as well as the artistic design. Let's call it here and go find somebody fun to raid. Until next time, you guys, thank you so much, and I hope you have a great night.